गुड मॉर्निंग सगळ्यांना, नमस्कार. आजचा हा आपला जो कार्यक्रम आहे तो जागतिक पर्यटन दिन, वर्ल्ड टुरिझम डे 27 सप्टेंबरला असतो. पण आपण तो साजरा करण्यासाठी आपण हा आज म्हणजे आजपासून हा आपला पहिला कार्यक्रम आहे आणि आजपासूनच आपण जागतिक पर्यटन दिनानिमित्त वेगवेगळे कार्यक्रम घेत आहोत आणि हा आपला पहिला कार्यक्रम आहे. तर हा आजचा जो कार्यक्रम आहे त्याच्यामध्ये आपले चीफ गेस्ट आहेत श्री अमिताभा भट्टाचार्य जी, जे आपल्याला इंटँजिबल कल्चरल हेरिटेज यावर आपल्याला थोडं इन्फॉर्मेशन, थोडी माहिती सांगून आपल्या ज्ञानात थोडीशी भर पडेल. कारण ह्याचं हे कार्यक्रम ऑर्गनाईज करण्याचं मुख्य कारण हे आहे की आपले MTDC चे रिसॉर्ट्स महाराष्ट्रभर आहेत, रुरल एरियाज मध्ये आहेत. तर आपले रिसॉर्ट्स हे आपण फक्त एक अकोमोडेशन युनिट निवासस्थान नसतात, म्हणजे तेवढं कॉन्सन्ट्रेट न करता ह्याच्या पलीकडे जाऊन आपल्याला एक्सपिरियन्सेस, आपल्याला ऍक्टिव्हिटीज, आपल्याला एंगेजमेंट बिल्डअप करणं हे खूप गरजेचं आहे. आणि अमिताभजी यांनी या बाबतीत ह्यांचं खूपच मोठं कार्य आहे. तर हे आपल्याला आता लवकरच कळेल. मी आता आपल्या व्यवस्थापकीय संचालक मॅडमना विनंती करते की त्यांनी काही हे चार शब्द बोलावे.
नमस्कार. आज आम्ही हे जागतिक पर्यटन दिवसाच्या निमित्ताने आम्ही एक आठवडा साजरा करतो. सगळ्यांसाठी टुरिझम डिपार्टमेंट आणि टुरिझम साठी हा या वर्ष खूप महत्वाचं वर्ष आहे. मागच्या 2 वर्षामध्ये आम्ही लोक सर्वांनी बघितलेले आहे की कोविड पॅन्डेमिक मुळे आम्हाला सगळ्यांना म्हणजे टुरिझम सेक्टरला किती लॉस झालं म्हणून. त्यामुळे आता म्हणजे पूर्ण जगात कोविड पॅन्डेमिक संपलेलं आहे. इट इज नियरिंग इट्स एंड. त्यामुळे आम्ही लोक वी आर वॉन्टिंग दॅट की वी शुड स्टार्ट दिस वर्ष खूप चांगल्या रीतीने. आणि आय एम रिअली प्राऊड आणि आय रिअली हार्टिली वेलकम मिस्टर अमिताभ भट्टाचार्य जी for this, and we are really very and highly obliged, Mr. Bhattacharya, that you have taken out valuable time of yours and you have come here. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये I am really very glad. आणि मी हे सांगू इच्छितो की आपल्याला मार्गदर्शन करण्यासाठी हे आलेले आहे. ह्यांचे अकॅडमिक क्वालिफिकेशन तर आहेतच. He is based out of Calcutta आणि he is an engineer from IIT Kharagpur. आणि त्याच्यानंतर he has done leadership and excellence. He is a Guru scholar in leadership and excellence from London School of Economics. And he has left that and he has jumped into this sector of cultural and development, and he has done lot of work which he will himself be explaining. He just gave me एक bookmark, and in this it is दिसण्यासाठी इट इज सो स्मॉल, पण ह्याच्यामध्ये QR कोड्स आहे आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये म्युझिकल जर्नी विथ डेझर्ट म्युझिशियन्स जे आहे राजस्थानचे, त्यांच्या मोर दॅन 200 गाणे ह्याच्यामध्ये आहे QR कोड मध्ये. आणि या बाजूला दिस QR कोड हॅज आर्ट अँड क्राफ्ट विलेजेस ऑफ वेस्टर्न राजस्थान बद्दल. तो इन सच अ स्मॉल वे ही हॅज शोन हाऊ ही कॅन हाऊ आवर कल्चर कॅन रिअली स्प्रेड. आणि आमच्या फॉर MTDC हे खूप महत्वाचं आहे त्यांच्या सोबत जे इंटरॅक्शन जे आहे. आणि आय वॉन्ट, बिकॉज आमच्या दो वी आर ऑल थिंकिंग दॅट आमच्या फक्त रिसॉर्ट पुरतच आहे काम, तशा नाहीये. ऍक्च्युली आम्हाला एमटीडीसीच्या एक एवढं मोठा ब्रँड आहे आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये वी शुड नाव नॉट ओनली डेव्हलप रिसॉर्ट्स, पण रिसॉर्टचे जे एक्सपिरियन्शियल टुरिझम आहे विच इज गेनिंग लॉट ऑफ ग्राउंड. तर आता एक्सपिरियन्शियल टुरिझम आम्हाला हाऊ वी कॅन डू, म्हणजे तो सगळ्यांना असं वाटते की आमच्या फक्त रिसॉर्ट चालवण्यास आमचं काम आहे. एक्सपिरियन्शियल टुरिझम इज नवेडेज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. ह्याच्या महत्व मला स्वतः म्हणजे हँड्स ऑन आय रिअलाइज जेव्हा आमच्या गणपती मंडळच्या टूर होता आमच्या काउन्सिल जनरल सोबत, त्यावेळी मी बघितले छोटे छोटे गोष्ट जे आम्ही वेलकम केले, जसे आम्ही त्यांना वेलकम केले आणि त्यांना म्हणजे दे वर सो मच इंटरेस्टेड आणि त्यांना एवढं आवडलं की ते लोक म्हणत होते आणि खूप आवडीने ते सगळे करून सुद्धा घेत होते, जे आम्ही लोक म्हणतात अरे ह्याच्यामध्ये काय म्हणजे असे, पण ते पार्टिसिपेटेड अँड दे वर सो कीन. इथपर्यंत एक गणेश मंडळात जेव्हा त्यांनी विचारलं की समबडी इंटरेस्टेड म्हणून, त्यावेळी ती किती म्हणजे एन्थुसियाझम मध्ये शी वेंट अहेड आणि ते अशा छोटे छोटे गोष्ट असतात. तर आता लोकांना बिकॉज सो मच आमच्या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये सुद्धा खूप अर्बनाइज झालेलं आहे आम्ही लोक, प्लस जगभरात आमच्या अर्बनायझेशनमुळे आम्हाला वी हॅव लॉस्ट टच विथ आवर रूट्स. गावांमध्ये जे काय होतं, जे आमचं कल्चर आहे, जे आमचं आर्ट्स आहे, वी हॅव ऑल फॉरगॉटन. आणि ते लोक जे टुरिस्ट असतात त्यांना हे इकडे म्हणजे त्या गावाचं पूर्ण महत्व आणि तिथे काय आहे लोकल आर्ट कल्चर आणि त्यांचं म्युझिक आणि डान्स जे काही लोकल आहे ते बघितलं तर त्यांना खूप म्हणजे दॅट विल इट हॅज बीन प्रूव्ड रिसर्च मध्ये की लोक जास्त वेळ थांबतात असे सगळे एक्सपिरियन्स तुम्ही केलं तर हे तर आमच्यासाठी एक सेल्फिश मोटिव्ह आहे. पण दुसऱ्या बाजूने त्या गावाच्या लोकांना ते कम्युनिटीना इन्व्हॉल्व केले तर इन्क्लुसिव्ह ग्रोथ होणार आहे. ते लोक सुद्धा दे विल गेट लॉट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज, त्यांच्या सुद्धा लाईफस्टाईल हे आणि त्यांच्या स्वतःच्या पब्लिसिटी आणि प्रचार प्रसार सुद्धा होऊन जाते. त्यामुळे आता मी जास्त वेळ घेणार नाही. मी आय वुड लाईक टू welcome Mr. Amitava Bhattacharya and request him to speak on the occasion. And I would also like to say we are joined, Mr. Bhattacharya, with not only our own MTDC regional managers and resort managers, but also we are joined by Mr. Chaure, who is Director Cultural, Director of Culture Maharashtra State. He is there, and IHM Principal Mr. Nishit Srivastav is also joined us. आणि MSIHMC चे स्टाफ आहे, पॉलिटेक्निक स्टाफ have there. Then also we have foreign delegates from Japan, Argentina, Afghanistan, and many other stakeholders are also very keen to
Zoom limit
listen
is
to
over.
you. Our Zoom limit is also 100 participants are there. So that shows that how much enthusiasm and they are waiting for. They are waiting to listen to you, and we would love to associate with you. And the way you have shown us, this Rajasthan, how they have done, we would be sharing. We can share a soft copy सगळ्यांसोबत, so you can understand. त्यांनी 10 गावांमध्ये in Rajasthan he has done, and also in West Bengal innumerable they have done. So if we can be able to, if we will be able to अशा प्रकारे महाराष्ट्राच्या कल्चरच्या if we can even 5-10% सुद्धा if we are able to do, then I think we would have achieved आजच्या talkच्या objectives. So without wasting more time, I would like to welcome Mr. Amitava.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody, for giving this opportunity to.
It will come to you.
Namaskar, everybody, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak in this August gathering. As in the beginning itself, it was referred as World Tourism Day, one of the first programs. Now, this World Tourism Day, what is the topic? The topic is what UNWTO has coined and Government of India has accepted, like every year it happens. This time it is rethinking tourism. And rethinking tourism, if you look at it, what is the rethinking that they are planning to envisage, or they are helping everyone to get it? Look here, tourism, rethinking tourism is basically focusing where community should not be a bystander of tourism. They should get benefited. It's a very important part, because post-COVID, a very important element has achieved. Post-COVID, a very, very important element which has cropped up is economic inclusion of various communities, the marginalized, as well as the rural communities, as well as the different genres and variations of communities. And here, every sector, especially tourism, actually can play a very important role. Sharing a small data of UNWTO to start with, 38% of the visitors globally plan to, visit place X to Y to experience culture. India is a cultural goldmine. Are we really using it? If we don't, in that case, there is an opportunity for us. We have to. If we actually take this opportunity, our tourism already may be in good shape, but it will be in a much better shape. Let me give you an example of post-COVID, a village called Chorida in Purulia district. They make chow mask. Till 2011, no one visited Purulia as a district for tourism, because Purulia was always known as a disturbed area. But now Purulia attracts more tourists than doers or Darjeeling. What attracts to Purulia? There is no Himalaya. It is chow dance and chow mask. Chow mask, every day, post-pandemic figure, every day sale is happening in tune of 2 lakhs. Every day. Who is selling? Artists are selling. Who is benefiting? Community is benefiting. Who else is benefiting? Tourism is benefiting. Why? Because if somebody is staying in a hotel or a resort, wherever, they are visiting Chorida, so they are spending few hours. Ma'am, experiential tourism. This is exactly the experiential tourism. They want to go there, make a chow mask on their own, and buy a souvenir chow mask for them. 3 things are getting benefited. Art is getting benefited. Tourism is getting benefited. Experiential tourism. And secondly, for a visitor, it is one more extra night. So the resort and the hotel is also getting benefited. That is exactly the power of ICH-based tourism, which was launched by UNWTO in 2015. In 2017, UNWTO launched responsible. And responsible tourism, there may be thousands of jargons or definitions, but one simple theory is really nice. Anything good for community is good for tourism. I think we should all keep this definition in mind. If it is good for community, then it will be for tourism. And please do not need to think that tourists from abroad or from other domestic parts, they need to stay only in their house condition when they go a village. No, when they are going to a village, they want to experience that village condition. I think that's a very important part. We can definitely take care of the little hygiene, health, and these issues, cleanliness, little comfort, but nothing more than that. Most important, so here, touristic and tourism are 2 different words. I think this is very, very important. And ma'am also shown about Rajasthan, the desert of Rajasthan. It's very important to understand that Rajasthan is very good in tourism. But Western Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Bikaner, and Barmer, they have fantastic deserts. But in the deserts, as a visitor, where we go and see tangible heritage. We never have any one of you visited Rajasthan? Answer will be yes for everybody. Has any one of you visited any village in Rajasthan? Answer will be no. Whereas the best of music comes from Rajasthan. We are appreciating the art, but we do not know how the artist lives. See, we all come from an area. I come from Calcutta, you come from here, but all of us, how do you wash your utensil? By water. How do people do it in desert? By sand. Experiencing that is what? Are they dirty? No. Because it's desert. The best of sky one can see from there. In Maharashtra, fantastic villages do exist. I had the opportunity of visiting Aurangabad and many other places in this age, and obviously I've visited a lot in India, but I never had the opportunity of coming to tourism. I thank really the MTDC for inviting me. And this is an opportunity for me to share the experience. And if from here, I will just quickly show a video first and then explain it. It will be small presentation. I will like to I'm interested more in asking, you ask me questions, and if there is anything, feel free to ask, and I will be very, very happy to answer. वीडियो में जाइए थोड़ा. पीपीटी 2 बार खुला हुआ है शायद. डेस्कटॉप. हाँ, right. Can you all see it, right? I hope everybody can see it. Okay.
No, sir. I can't see.
No, sir.
It's not.
I also can't
It's not
see.
visible.
Come out of that.
But could you hear what I said so far?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Close everything and that.
That is the reason I left this technology. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir. We can see.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
High potential rural artist communities have not developed the business tools to engage with, resulting in slow death of their unique art forms. OnlineArt.com's Art for Life program, proven in West Bengal, transforms artist communities into thriving micro-enterprises, impacting artists, art form, and discipline. Art form transformations have had 100% success, doubling artists, primarily impacting and empowering women, increasing income 2.5 times, and reducing migrations. Low-income art forms shrunk from 38% to 15%, while high-income grew from nothing to 26%. More than 90% of artists now have a bank account. More than half have a new or renovated house. 77% of these with sanitation and 100% electrified. Almost every artist is formally trained on the art form. 30% are digitally aware, and 38% of the next generation are now proud of and involved in the art form. The village is now a hub for international workshops and collaborations. 6 art forms have geographical indication status. Tourism is now an integral part of the program. Rajasthan will expand tourism through rural hubs.
Okay, this small video, actually what I wanted to show it, that we just taken two examples, West Bengal and Rajasthan. West Bengal, we started from developing micro enterprise at the grassroots level in mind. Because देखिए, economics में what important subjects, I mean, please don't think I'll be theoretical or no. Economics में there are three parts. One is land, capital, basic. Now land में मतलब कहाँ? जहाँ पे आर्टिस्ट रहता है वो भी लैंड है. कैपिटल क्या है वहां पे? उनका ह्यूमन कैपिटल है, वो एक दक्षता है, इट्स अ स्किल. एंड लेबर, द आर्टिस्ट हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ. सो if we can strengthen the dakshata, the skill, then value of the land also improves because they all live in that. And once that happens, more people come into that. So overall economy of the village goes up. And ये हम लोग देखे हैं. बहुत पहले एक इकोनॉमिस्ट था न्यूयॉर्क का, मार्था नासबॉम, and she used to say, to run a village, to grow a village, you need a pond. Why pond? Because pond से water मिलता है. And I see that, this ICH, Intangible Cultural Heritage of that village, which can be handicraft, which can be performing art, which can be visual art, which can be theater, folk theater, actually is the pond, because with that, even the neighbors get pride and benefit increases and value of land also increases. And because of the next generation coming in, you have safeguarded it. It goes like this upwards. And that's why it's a very, very important item, important entity to understand that this is an item, this is an entity India has. We cannot ignore it. So this is very, very important for us. Now the question is, what is intangible cultural heritage? Tangible is what we can touch. So fort, temple, mosque, church, palace, these are tangible heritage. Intangible, you cannot touch. So can you touch a folk dance? Can you touch a folk song? Somebody says, yes, handicraft I can touch. No, you cannot touch the skill. It is the skill. It is not the product. So that's why intangible culture, even culinary is an important part of ICH, but which we have not worked with. So our part remains with the art and culture part of it. But culinary is certainly. And this is, to me, is an untapped tool. And if we can tap this, in that case, it can change miraculously many elements. Number one, inclusion, because people out there, they will feel we are included in the tourism. Because now if I go somewhere and if I start a hotel, maximum the local people I can recruit in what? Can I put them as a general manager? No. Can I put them as a restaurant manager? No. So maximum they will be at the very low end menial labor, right? But in case of artist communities, that will not bring pride. But in case of artist driven tourism, this ICH driven tourism, or even if the people resorts, if they visit, if they send, then artists are included. and benefit directly goes to them. So this is very, very important part. Rajasthan, one of the village Salabas, they make dari. So 2019 beginning, when I first went there, I saw that only old people, no young people. I asked them why. They said 42% हमको commission देना पड़ता है, तो इसीलिए सब लोग छोड़ के जा रहे हैं. 42% commission अगर किसी को देना पड़ेगा, वो बेचारा करेगा क्या? This is somebody is speaking there. Yeah. Okay. So now, interestingly, there are 65 families back to Dari. What have we done? Have we done any magic? No. Build capacity, because Dari is their skill. Any ICH is their skill. We cannot teach from outside, but help them. But where it can change, they can go for heritage education to nearby school, college. A small loom may be important. Then second important part is that direct market linkage. Tell them to take them to different fairs, festivals, this, that, so that direct linkage happens. How much they sell is only a small item. It is that their visiting card get connected through the different. Number three, these days, e-commerce is a big thing, but e-commerce mostly happens on consignment mode. That is not good for the rural. When they become big, whatever they do, it's their matter. So we have to negotiate. So there is a company called Goku. We have negotiated during the lockdown period, and they picked up after paying it. Itokri, same thing. So, you know, there is no consignment mode, because that's very important. So this is how the direct market linkage. And thirdly, is very important to do plant village festival. Right now we are doing it in Rajasthan, is the village festival celebrating their heritage. So September 10th, 11th was Salavas, 17th, 18th was Juti. Imagine handcrafted Juti and Kasida Kari. Kasida is the stitch. So handcrafted stitch on the Juti. So we had a festival. 2,500 people came this weekend. And newspaper doing a story, very important stakeholder. 3 newspaper clips. But Juti people, did they ever get a mention in newspaper? Now, thanks to the intervention, 3 newspaper. Imagine the pride that is coming. I think once people get the confidence back, then they will be on their path. Pingla, a village in West Bengal, Bhattacharya village, I was mentioning, 8 used to be there. They used to be referred as beggars. Now there are 252 artists. Many of them have their own cars. I don't think anything more to say. Bombay Airport, Bombay Airport has purchased Bhattacharya worth 7.5 lakhs directly from them. No commission, no broker, nothing, directly from the artists. Jahangir Art Gallery, every alternate month, there is a show on Bhattacharya. So this is the confidence level that we can bring in. We are catalysts. It is their art form. We can help them diversify, but we have to understand it is their traditional motive, the traditional knowledge. Let's go through the quickly the presentation. Small presentation. Yeah. Okay. So exploring intangible cultural heritage to boost tourism, to strengthen tourism. Yeah. Next. Now, community culture is an important skill, but I will say still little ignored. So I think there is a possibility we can enhance it. Opportunity of strengthening grassroots micro-entrepreneurship, because whatever angle that we come from, it is actually the micro-entrepreneurship which will be getting framed. And this is boosting creative economy. And see, where is the linkage? The moment you do boosting creative economy, immediately it gets linked to the British Council. You don't have to do anything. British Council automatically picks it up and put it in their creative economy section. So, because UK is doing very well in this creative economy. So, you know, they are promoting all this. So that comes up. Then even the American embassy. So all the embassy actually immediately picks up these villages and does. So like you can buy directly from the rural artist as a souvenir, tourism souvenir. Similarly, even they can and they will. So, one small step directly opens up their markets. And this is a very important part. Moving towards SDG agenda. India is a signatory to SDG. When MDG got Millennium Development Goal, when that was reviewed at Guangzhou, China, after that SDG was brought in, Sustainable Development Goals. And there are 17 elements, out of which reduce poverty, women empowerment, all these points are there. And how it is helping people into SDG agenda and creating smart village. I think smart village is a very important word, because if you...
Is it so right now?
Okay. Is the voice okay? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Creating smart village. See, in UK, there used to be, or in Europe, there used to be a term called rural common. That means if we just bring the word here, common, COMMON, common. Now, in a city like Bombay, what is the common? Common is a market, mall, cinema hall. These are common places, right? Where we all go. What is a common place in a rural area? Local hut, bazaar, local meeting points. Now, one part is common, another part is breach. What takes you to rural India? And what takes a rural India to come to city? Work. Work actually brings rural India to the city. I know. What takes you to them? It is the tourism. So, if we can present tourism as a common between rural and urban, so ICH has the ability to evolve as a common to actually work as a bridge between rural and urban India. And Bombay, which attracts Mumbai, which attracts the best of professionals from all fields, even today, actually can, because this is not a place where private sector is less. No. So they will be more than delighted to visit rural Bengal, rural Maharashtra and support these initiatives. They will be sending their people. They will love to do volunteering. So all we need is a catalytic work to do this. And we have seen a very important, as I come from the engineering and little economics background, return on investment is a very important word. Nothing is an expense. So we have seen if government invests 100 rupees, the return is at least about 750 rupees in 5 years' time. The return to community. And 150 to 200 is returned within the 3 years itself. I think that's a very, very important part. Next, please. That's the Bengal thing, the case study. But the last one is important. The last part, 1, 5, 6, 8, and 11. These 5 SDGs got directly hit. And please don't think that, I like this SDGs, that's why I put it. It was externally evaluated thrice, 2016, 2019, and the final report, 2020, by a London-based agency on behalf of UNESCO. They came up that this is an initiative which actually is a evidence now that it can work as a SDG tool.
Very nice. This is, I think, it needs a natural round of applause. Because it is such a major
impact.
The impact is evident and impact is so good, and it has gone to helping those underprivileged and who are not seen, who are not on the scene of development till date. So that, I think, is the
most important.
Another
very important part here is thank you. 2 important parts here I must mention. One is women empowerment. When we started, less than 5% were women. Now 66% are women. And another very important thing, pardon the male, the misters, but when the money comes in rural India to the male part, actually it goes for alcohol a lot. When it comes to the female part, it actually goes on savings and education of the children. So this is a very, very unfortunate truth that we have noticed. And please don't think it's only in Bengal, across. So this is where it's something serious. Second important is calendarizing the village mela. Please don't think that in each and every mela, a Bollywood star is needed or something. No, people are interested to see whatever that village has. So touristic, jarurat nahi hai. Authentic, jarurat hai. Now, just go to the next one. That is the Rajasthan. And here we are seeing the post-pandemic important change amongst the pattern of the visitors. Very, very important change. People prefer isolated place. They are preferring. So within the, let them stay wherever, let them go. So do not really only focus on home tourism or something. Focus on developing that place, which will help to earn one more extra night here. And then when homestays come up, these hotels itself, they will also support that. Even the cleanliness and other things can be supported by the local hotels. And that is happening. Next. This is our methodology, which we call it Art for Life. 2004-5 onwards, we started. But mainly European Union came for a study, came for a support, big support. It was a project called Invest in People. And we got it from the global bid that time, 891,000 euro way back. And with that money, we could do everything to start with. And then UNESCO gave us the global recognition as International Advisory Committee member, and then followed by UNWTO and ECOSOC. So we are the global partner of UNWTO. We are the UN ECOSOC, so we sit in the New York Socio-Economic Council. We are also the international advisor to UNESCO, so we sit in there. You know, like every year, 2003 convention happens, and we sit there also. And so that's it. Next. Next. Please just look at this. Don't, I mean, the people who are not little acquainted all the time with the graphs, they must not get anything bored or anything, and should not take the eyes out. But it's a very small thing. It's written that it takes about 3 years to build a trust building. Now the 3 years can be preponed to 1 year, but some time has to be given to get the community trust. And once that is in place, then the movement is very fast. And once the first village festival happens, entrepreneurship opportunities comes up, because the local eateries, the local place of stay, everything comes up. Even the local stakeholders, panchayat or government also comes with the local good roads. But that is a very important togetherness that it comes. And the next one, please. Here, if you look at it, the first media is word of mouth. Second one is local. Third one is digital media. I think today I will say even digital media will come before. And the fourth one is the international media. It takes about, again, 3 years time to get all the medias in place. But once in place, then the curve is really, really very, very steep. And this is a very important, and this is based on my last 15 years of study, that how actually it increases. So whenever you take an initiative, please don't think that within a year things will change completely. Have a little patience, but it will certainly change. But within 1 year itself, you will be able to see a lots of signals of change. And the first signal is community participation. That you will see. So next one, please. This is the dates of the Rajasthan Village Festival. And I was mentioning about Dari, Juti, blah, blah, blah. Up to November, it's going on. And this is how every weekend it's happening. Next. That's it. So I don't have anything else to speak. I just thought I would just share a small thing. Again, thank you again. And please feel free, ask questions. I'll be happy to reply.
One small laughter. This is very important. Inki hasi was important. Ma'am, can we go to the questions? Can we request, ma'am?
Email ID. So, first and foremost, I would like to really thank Mr. Amitava Bhattacharya that he has enlightened us. मुझे लगता है कि सबके मन में बहुत सारे डाउट्स होंगे अभी इनको सुनने के बाद. आई एम ऑल्सो वांटिंग कि हम ये जो इनका रिकॉर्डिंग है we will be sharing it with everyone because we have completed our Zoom limit of 100 and अभी और 150 लोग हैं जो नहीं ज्वाइन कर पाए हैं. तो I'll definitely request Mr. Jaiswal to share the recording for the benefit of all. अच्छा, 3 colleges also, Mr. Bhattacharya.
That's really an honor.
Yeah, so that is the thing. सगळ्यांनी हे ऐकलं ह्यांनी जे काम केलेले आहे. तर नाउ आय रिक्वेस्ट क्वेश्चन विचारायचे आहे, ज्यांच्या मनात कुठल्याही प्रकारचे डाउट्स आहे ते विचारू शकतात. Please, the forum is open. Kindly ask the questions.
Sure.
This intangible cultural heritage are listed.
Okay. She asked, intangible cultural heritage, are they listed? Worldwide, UNESCO has recognized few intangible cultural heritage in the global list. So actually, UNESCO runs on 3.
Within a minute.
I request everyone, whoever wants to ask question, please raise your hand in the.
You have to see who has raised the hand.
Yeah. Okay, so UNESCO runs on 3 conventions. 1972, that is World Heritage. 2003, that is Intangible Cultural Heritage. And 2005 is Cultural Industry. 2003, that UNESCO convention happens every year between November and December. Like last time, Durga Puja got it. There are 14 such Indian items, Indian ICH, which got listed. There are 42 Indian World Heritage India sites are in the World Heritage sites. Every year, 1-2 go there and then compete. It's a global 186. So we don't need to be conscious about how many got listed. Everything is possible. There is nothing listing. State has a listing. India has a listing. So every ICH, whatever practice that you do, because with time, society changes. 70 years before, few folk forms used to be there. Now they may not be there, but few are still there and few will be there. So that's a very important part. So whatever is in the ICH. So wherever your resorts are and the hotels, you can do a small study that what ICH exists and how that can be linked. That's the first step.
Kajal Patil.
Very big influencer. Very big influencer.
Kajal Patil can ask the question, please.
Kajal, please put on your video. Kajal is an influencer, sir.
Okay.
Miss Kajal. Okay, next.
Sachin, Mr. Sachin, you are there?
Sachin Panchar,
Yes, I am.
please.
I am really thankful for Mr. Bhattacharya, and I'm glad I have spent time, and out of 100 I was there here to listen to you. Basically, we are also tie up with MTDC, and we are running the caravan business.
Okay.
So I am a designer. So when I started the business, I am into like vanity van business for celebrities and all. So this culture also, the caravan business I have started, the reason of malnutrition in the rural areas. So it's really touching subject for me as well, that you are doing that. Glad you are, finding out the real India, because I was there in France and I have seen a lot of places it's created, but in India there's a lot of hidden gems in rural area actually. And the people there, even my friends and all, they want to see the rural area rather than seeing, cities and all. So my question was like, as a designer, I have faced the problem that we don't have infrastructure ready. When we want to tie up, like target of foreigners or tier 1 cities, like this, we have really good spending power customers. So when we are taking there, so because of caravan, it's possible for the, like the caravan solving all the problems of your staying, transportation, and you can go anytime. So we have tie up with all the farmers, like rural farmers, and we are taking our customers over there and showing the real India, do 1-day farming, which they have not seen. They have seen a lot of big farms, like, they are with the tractors and all. With own, you are doing like farmings and all. That's so. What is the problems you are? Because the main problem was to take the customers from A to B. So
Okay.
what?
Sachin, here I will say that, there are 2-3 elements in it. What you are thinking that only infrastructure is not there, it's not true. Even right now, the motivation is not there for the community also. The motivation is there for you because of your business, but it is actually 2 ways. So first step here, I will say that building a bridge between the community and you. And second important is supporting the infrastructure. But before supporting the infrastructure is actually to ensure that the community gets benefited through the tourism. So first role is certainly MTDC's, but second and third also belongs to you.
Okay. Thanks. And is it the presentation is going to be shareable? Because I love to see the.
Yeah, he already mentioned that it will be shared.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sachin.
Kajal Patil is still.
Kajal Patil, are you here? Okay.
Are MTDC people, all the staff of MTDC?
Anyone else? Hindustan Travels. Kolkata.
Shibani. Shibani, thank you very much for joining. Ma'am, Shibani is one of Shibani's father. In fact, was one of the most important travel agents of MTDC who generated a lot of business from West Bengal and a lot of people from Kolkata. So they are called as Hindustan Travels. Now, I think Mr. Bhattacharya is no more. So Shibani is there. Yeah, looks like. So Mr. Shibani is around here. So we'll give all the details to her also. Some of yours.
Okay.
See, this is something she's asking from your home state.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. Thank you so much. I know personally Mr. Bhattacharya. He is very enthusiastic person about and very much work for tourism also in Calcutta also. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me a chance to speak. Last 15 years, I am the authorized agent of Maharashtra Tourism from Calcutta. And sent lots of guests from Calcutta, from West Bengal also, and I have some queries to MTDC, and there is sir also, director sir also. Sir, accommodation is all right. There is no issues about accommodation. But one thing, what guests asked for. Is it possible to or arrange breakfast in accommodation? That was started, but now it has been stopped.
Thank you, Shibani. And we have proposed a new thing now. The has been temporarily withdrawn, but from the next financial year, we have come up with meal plans. So we would be having CP, AP, and MAP. Since if we have
better, sir. It will be better, sir.
Yeah, it will be better for us, but we are proposing it, and then Honorable MD will approve it, and then we'll give it to the board, and it will happen. So this will be, ma'am, would you like to also say?
No, if there is, a lot of demand, then yes, of course, we would bring it back. We are there for the guests. So if our customers are there, customers are our king. So if they are wanting it, we'll definitely start.
No problem.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. And sir also. Sir, last just 8th, 9th and 10th September, I was in Mumbai for, I was invited for Ganesh Utsav. And it was such a wonderful, as we West Bengal people are very fond of that Visarjan in Durga Puja. And this is the first time I see the Visarjan in Ganesh Utsav in Mumbai also, and it is a very much I would say it will be a very much tourist attraction for West Bengal people also. How to Visarjan was done in Mumbai. So if MTDC arrange some tour or some program for Ganesh Utsav, I think it will be better for us.
Yes, definitely. It's a suggestion well taken. Even our experience this time was very good, and we saw there were a lot of enthusiastic tourists who are interested in it, apart from the local people also, who visit these Visarjan Utsav, which is there. So they also do it. So we'll definitely start more guided type of tours on this. We'll think about it, and we'll definitely next time onwards, I think we can have it in a much more organized and a professional way.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Shri, next. Fabian D'Souza. Fabian?
Yes, sir. Hi, good morning. And thank you to Amit sir for this opportunity. So am I audible? I'm sorry to ask. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I wanted to ask how can we get the data? Like there are many handicrafts in Maharashtra and like the places you mentioned. So like how we can reach out to them and for how we can get the data. Like for example, if I want to tie up with some tourist and I want to show them like the beautiful places in Maharashtra and the places you've mentioned. Like, so how should we get the data and how can we promote it to them?
Okay, thanks, Fabian, for this question. Firstly, India being a 75 years independent country, and a lot of departments, ministries have been doing a lot of work, and there are wonderful departments, but maybe many of them are working little in isolation. Firstly, culture, DICO's office in every district has substantial data on the performing arts point of view. Khadi, that is the MSME Khadi, that area, the state Khadi, definitely will have on the handicraft side. Panchayat actually also will have some data on the artist side. And if you look at it and most of the data are open data. So interestingly, if you are good in computer-based data management through the internet, you actually get to hold the data. But here, not only data. Let's say even if you know that in Aurangabad there are 20 people working on particular things, say, and but then are they ready for tourism? If not, then when you first go and take the tourist there, then will you get a positive mood or negative mood? Then, so identifying the villages, identifying the artist, identifying the masters, ensuring the benefit first starts getting to them, and then making the villages ready for tourism. And then making the stakeholders ready for tourism. These are very important steps. So when you first take there, so take a little chance, but even if you have the data, but my suggestion will be first little bit of work towards making it and then opening up to the people, because tourism is a fantastic thing. Like just now I heard about the Visarjan and Durga Puja or Ganesh Puja, but rethinking tourism, why the coinage came, because worldwide visitors are interested not in that mass gatherings, even now. For 2024, our strategy needs to be a little on the softer and small groups. And domestic tourist is the main tourist now. And this time, the expected domestic tourism is around 320% of the last year. So huge domestic tourism expected, but throughout the year. So why I'm sharing this data? Because these are important data for analysis. And when you take them to villages, ensure that village is ready.
So I would just like to add for data.
Thank you, sir.
For data, MSME has come up with this scheme called Spurti, a
Yeah,
scheme of funds for regeneration of traditional
I know.
industry. And under this, just for others, there are 498 number of approved clusters.
Yeah. But let me clarify. Spurti is just one of the MSME projects where they have clusters, but other than Spurti, there may be thousands of clusters. So defined cluster and the real cluster need not be the same. So Spurti is a cluster of that size where a big NGO is involved. But actually, Maharashtra, there are many more.
Mr. Bhattacharya, as you have mentioned correctly, that this is one of the, schemes. But here is what I would like our resort managers, our regional managers to make an effort and see in their region which are those villages where it is being done, and तिथे जाऊन ते regional managerनी फक्त तिथे घेऊन जाणे is not an important thing. जशा भट्टाचार्यजीने सांगितलं आता, तुम्हाला तिथे जाऊन थोडासा होमवर्क करावा लागेल, त्यांच्याशी बोलावं लागेल. एक you have to make an itinerary sort of thing. म्हणजे त्यांना सांगावं लागेल की आम्ही एवढ्या लोकांना घेऊन येणार आहे, तिथे बसण्यासाठी जागा, तिथे रोड, तिथे म्हणजे जे छोटे छोटे सोयी सुविधा असतात ते सुद्धा तुम्हाला करून त्यांना सुद्धा तुम्हाला थोडा कॉन्फिडन्स द्यावा लागेल त्या आर्टिझन्सला. So that so this requires a lot of hand holding सुरुवातीला. आणि जशा भट्टाचार्यजींनी सांगितलं, एकदम तुम्हाला त्याचा रिझल्ट मिळणार नाही, तुम्हाला थोडासा पेशन्स ठेवावा लागेल. 3 वर्ष कमीत कमी म्हणजे यू शुड हँड होल्ड देम. तेव्हा पण टू आयडेंटिफाय सच थिंग्स अँड दॅट एक्सपिरियन्शियल टुरिझम साठी ते करण्यासाठी तुम्ही लोकांना ते पुढाकार घ्यावा. आयडेंटिफाय करा 2-3 गावं जिथे अशा क्विसिन्स आहे विच इज लोकल, आणि अशा प्रकारच्या म्हणजे आर्ट फॉर्म्स आहे, बीट म्युझिक, बीट डान्स, जे लोकल लोकांसोबत यू विल हॅव टू एंगेज दोज पीपल, ते खूप इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. आणि आम्ही सुद्धा इथून हेडक्वार्टरतून वी आर ट्राइंग टू विल सी हाऊ वी कॅन ऑल्सो आयडेंटिफाय सर्टन विलेजेस. We would require your help in that. So identify certain villages आमच्या, आणि तिथे अशा सोयी सुविधा करता येते. म्हणजे फर्स्ट जशा त्यांनी राजस्थान मध्ये केलेले आहे तशा एक 10 गावांना प्राथमिक ह्याच्यामध्ये जिथे रिसॉर्ट आहे वगैरे, तिथे थोडासा पण तुमच्या लोकल, तुमच्या कटिंग एज लेवलवर जे लोक आहे, म्हणजे ते आमच्या रिसॉर्ट मॅनेजर्स, रिजनल मॅनेजर, तुम्ही लोकांना ह्याच्यामध्ये पुढाकार घेऊन, ह्याच्यामध्ये इंटरेस्ट घेऊन थोडासा यू विल हॅव टू डू अ बिट ऑफ होमवर्क, आणि थोडासा यू विल हॅव टू डू इनिशियल वर्क करावा लागेल.
Mr. Lakshmi, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Lakshmikant Khare, would you like to talk, or should we just go with your comment and answer it? Mr. Khare, would you like to talk?
Yeah, sure, sir. Very good afternoon to everybody, sir.
We have a
Hello.
comment of yours, yeah. So if you like to talk about your comment, or or we want
Sure,
to
sir. Sure. I am a big fan of MTDC, and I have explored almost each and every location in Maharashtra, and I have stayed at various locations. So what I could see, there are various places where you don't get accommodation in monsoon or in cultural festivals. During cultural festival, we don't get rooms at their places. So my suggestion is, if MTDC builds second homes and sell to the customer, and then have after sale tie-ups with the existing customer for the rent agreement, so that the tourists get more places to stay nearby such places, and MTDC get boosting for their heritage culture.
Yeah, point well taken. We will work out. जे सीझन मध्ये खूप रश असतात तिथे we should always try and do.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity, sir.
Mr. Sukhbir Singh.
Sir, good morning.
Kindly
Good
put on
afternoon.
your video, sir.
I'll just put on, just wait. Good afternoon, sir. I travel as a tour manager all over India, but sometimes the itineraries have been designed by the companies are so tight that even it is mostly the touristic thing that has been involved. But again, when you want to involve like a touristic to tourism, there is a little space time been given to them. So it depends both on like an itinerary making companies to promote the tourism where the real individual, the rural people gets benefit of it. So that is what is my concern, that the states as well as the travel companies, as well as the NGOs and the tour managers should be roped in to make this as a successful, that the benefit of the tourism should reach to every individual or the grassroots person of a society. That's my concern. So just instead of making the hush tours, like only the touristic one, so even that like a tangible projects, it should go to more to the non-tangible products benefiting each and every one of the society. That's it what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. Point I'm sure everybody has well noted, but here I'm saying that, one last last point I wanted to comment. You said moving away from tangible heritage. No, one more.
I don't say like exactly. I'm sorry, because involving.
See, this is very important. Corporate is all about competition. Society development is all about togetherness. So that's very important and cumulative. Thanks.
Thank you. It was a nice information, sir.
Mr. Siddesh Chavan has raised his hand. Mr. Siddesh Chavan.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, I am working in MTDC. Sir, thank you so much for your valuable information, sir. I saw your whole presentation, sir. It was very informative. We as a MTDC, sir, we always give various experiences to our tourists at Holiday Resort Kunkeshwar. Sir, this time we organized cultural experiences for our tourists on the occasion of World Tourism Day. So there is one dance form which is Mangala Gaur, which is famous in North Konkan or Maharashtra. Sir, for our guests, it was beneficial for our local women also. So, sir, I welcome you to all for this program.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. I think this is the way, how you have to, actually the local art forms, the local, and even the tourists will be very much interested in seeing all this. So I think this is a very nice initiative, and more resort managers and regional managers, I would want you to take such steps, and so that you can make our guests experience much more enriching one.
And I must mention, I'm very happy to offer our small whatever expertise we have in training them how to reach out and what to collect, what to make them, because what happens. Sometimes we talk about culture, so immediately the local person thinks that, so show culture. Now, a culture may be for 1 hour, 15 minutes. So 15 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour. Then when the community spends that money, what do they get? For the handicraft, they get opportunity to sell. But she has sold, but he has not. So they shouldn't become enemy. So, these are making the villages ready. And second important is that quality must be top class, whatever we present. So that's why even for the local neighborhood, for the others, what is the intervention? So, and what is called quality? It is from the same. We don't need to put anything out externally, but that's where the experience that. So I'm very happy to train these people and part of MTDC initiative in strengthening ICH-based tourism. And I think the motto should be rethinking tourism.
That's an excellent, offer which you have made us. In fact, I'm really grateful to you. I think, Jaiswal sir, we should have these training programs and also see how we can engage and how we can use his experience and expertise in this field.
Yes.
At least the training part, of course, we
Yes.
should have for our regional and managers and resort
With a
managers.
hands-on training.
Yes,
That's very
hands-on training. And these small things, the way he mentioned, how much time you should offer, it should not be that they get really bored of it also.
Exactly.
It should be
And
that
that is
optimum thing so
Negative
that,
nuances.
yes, they come back to you. So these all small things which we should really keep in mind before we do it. I think these training sessions, right away we should engage him and start.
Yes.
So this you have to organize, and the other thing is the villages choosing that we will discuss with you in how we can engage you.
The senior regional managers and resort managers, कृपया आपण पण प्रश्न विचारा, मराठीत पण विचारू शकता, हिंदी, इंग्रजी, please. Did anybody raise the hand?
No. So
I think, this was the first. So let us give them time to ponder upon also. So what it is. So I think it has been really an enriching and an enlightening session. Honestly speaking, I was not aware that so much is being done. So for me, at least, it has been a very good initiative. How systematically and in an organized way they have been doing it. So I think we would love to engage with you, and I think this would be first of the many more associations which you have with you. I think you can propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Amitava. And Amitava and us, we had a very fruitful engagement today. अत्यंत चांगल्यारीत्या त्यांनी आपल्याला इंटँजिबल कल्चरल हेरिटेज बद्दल बोललेच आहेत आणि आपण पण एमटीडीसी त्याच्यामध्ये एंगेज आहोतच. आपण पण बऱ्याच गोष्टींचं उत्पादन करतोय ज्या इंटँजिबल आहेत, ज्यांना आपण हात लावू शकत नाही, जसे की आनंद, विरंगुळा, त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त चव, ह्या गोष्टी तुम्हाला बाजारात मिळत नाही, त्या अनुभवावं लागतात. तो पण इंटँजिबल कल्चरल हेरिटेज आहे जे अमितावानी सांगितलंय की तो एरिया मी आता काही टच केलेला नाहीये, पण ते करतील भविष्यात. सो दिस इज हाऊ इट इज. अमितावा, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for honoring our managing director's letter and coming here from Kolkata and engaging with us, and without any expenses, not a single pie taken from him. That is his greatness, and that is how he is. He's my very old friend and also knows Mansi very well. And thank you, Mr. Bhattacharya, again on behalf of the managing director, everybody, my staff. I also thank all the regional managers, resort managers, all the stakeholders, the CG of Indonesia, the people from Japan, Argentina, and Afghanistan, the colleges, schools, Professor Datar, everybody, all the stakeholders, Panchal, everybody, the influencers, you came in big numbers. There are some who got very irritated saying that, you should increase your Zoom limit. So I'm very sorry. Somebody scolded me on the WhatsApp. Why did you send it, Mr. Jaiswal, when you didn't want us to get accommodated? So I am sorry for all that. Thank you very much, sir, once again. And thank you, Mansi. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Small token from our.
This is Hindu.
This is our Hindu,
Beautiful.
So this is one of the local.
And this is made where?
It's in Aurangabad.
Oh, Aurangabad.
Yeah. I think we will.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.